favorite of mine from the brand Laboratorio Olfattivo has always been Amber. I've considered that to be an amazing amber-based fragrance. I purchased it many years ago. Here we have a brand new release for 2024. The perfumer is Arturetto Landi. This one is called Amber Bomb, and in today's Cephalabon contributor video, I'm going to be talking to you all about this fragrance, what I get on my skin, how it performs, how it evolves. I'm going to try to make comparisons to other fragrances that you might know, but I'm also going to tell you about a very special giveaway opportunity, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I tell you all about Amber Bomb by Laboratorio Olfattivo, I'm going to talk to you about the notes, smell, performance, longevity, comparisons, all that good stuff. But before I begin the review, I do want to mention that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. Look, please participate in the giveaway. You have a chance to win a very special giveaway. All you have to do is go on over to cephalabon.com. It's going to be the first link down below in the description box. After you've become a registered reader, just drop a comment on the article. It's such a simple process, and of course, make sure to check back on over to cephalabon.com on the date that's mentioned in the article, because that's when the winner is going to be announced. Look, with a name like Amber Bomb, you're expecting amber. You're expecting vanilla, a lot of resins, maybe tolu balsam, peru balsam, benzoin, labdanum, perhaps galbanum if they want to go in a greener direction. There is so much to play around with, and there are so many facets and nuances that contribute to the synthesis of an amber accord. But you look at the note breakdown for this one, there's iris, there's coffee, there's plum, there's leather, cypriol oil, otherwise known as nagarmoda. There are so many different elements, and you're like, whoa, what direction is this fragrance really going to go in? You also have some fruity touches like strawberry, coconut. It's a really interesting note breakdown. I'm going to try to break it down for you. I've spent a considerable amount of time wearing it, getting to know it better. Let's go ahead and start things off with a quick look at the presentation first. In the opening of this fragrance, you are going to get this resinous sweetness from it, and I love it for that reason. Now, here's the thing. It's not as ambery as something like Amber from the same brand, which is kind of surprising because I thought that Amber was this kind of overdose of resins. It's very thick and viscous and sappy, and I don't get that from this fragrance. I do, but you got to give it a chance to dry down. There is amber in the base, of course. It has a touch of vanillic sweetness. There's also a bit of tonka bean in this one as well. But in the opening, you're going to get this coffee and iris combination. And let me tell you something. It's something that I love. I absolutely love it. There's another fragrance by Valentino that also utilizes that blend of iris and coffee. There are some fragrances by Givenchy that utilize that blend. And I was also kind of reminded a little bit of Little Song by Meo Fushiuni. There are a lot of fragrances that have that coffee iris mix, and it's so delectable. It is to die for. So as soon as I smelled this, I said, this is going to be fantastic. This is going to be a fan favorite. I would imagine as soon as people have the opportunity to smell and try this one, they're going to fall in love with it. And surely I fell in love with it. Let me tell you what you're going to get after that. That sweetness that you get in the opening is attributed primarily to the fruits. So I know there's strawberry, there's coconut. You're also going to get this plum ingredient. And again, that sort of incensey, spicy plum. It put me in the mindset of, plum and cognac by Sense of Wood. There's just so many fragrances that I would compare this one to, but it doesn't matter how many comparisons I make. This fragrance is unique. It stands on its own 2 feet. It can't really be 100% compared to any other fragrance. I love the uniqueness and originality of this one. So it's dark on account of the coffee, the leather, the cypriol. It has a saffron vibe to it as well, even though it's not listed in the note breakdown. It has this ambery warmth, this resinous, mysterious vibe in the dry down. But it also has this unique, slightly exotic, sweet tendency in the opening that is never too sweet. It's not cloying, it's not saccharine. When I tell you this is a beautiful, complex fragrance, and also surprisingly something that can be worn in a cooler evening. So right now, with it being the summertime, you're like, okay, with this being such a good performer and this containing all of these darker notes, the leather, the cypriol, the woods, the amber, can I really wear this one in the summertime? I think in a cool evening setting or scenario, it would be perfect. This is an awesome fragrance by Laboratorio Olfattivo. This is a brand that I purchased a couple of their fragrances, and then for years I just didn't get the opportunity to sample anything from this brand. So now I'm really fortunate and really blessed to own this bottle because I love it. And I know it's kind of hard to tell because the label is so dark, but the liquid inside is also a bit dark as well. It's not totally clear. It actually has a bit of a darker presence to it. Nevertheless, I hope you have a chance to try it, and I also hope you participate in the giveaway. This way you can win it. So that would be even better. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, we are talking about a very unique fragrance. I know I made like 5 or 6 comparisons throughout the course of this review, but at the end of the day, this stands on its own 2 feet. It's a fantastic fragrance. Coffee, iris, there's also rose, jasmine. I mean, it's very complex, right? But I talk to you about the notes that I get more than anything else. Longevity, 10 plus hours. Projection was good for the first hour of application. It radiated within an arm's length. It became an elbow's length scent right around hour 7, a skin scent right around hour 10. As far as the versatility is concerned, you can dress it up, dress it down. I think this one would work a lot better in a formal scenario. It's perfectly unisex, and I think this one would probably appeal to somebody who's a little bit older. And as far as the presentation is concerned, gorgeous presentation. I like the darker aesthetic to the box and the bottle. It kind of conveys this element of mystery, but also sophistication. My final verdict on this fragrance is it is a beautifully complex aroma, and it's one of my favorite releases of 2024 so far. There's just something really, really special about this one. Just from that creative olfactory expression, please, please, please try this one, especially if you're looking for something different. Thank you so much for joining me. That was my review of this brand new fragrance by Laboratorio Olfattivo. It's called Amber Bomb. Participate in the giveaway by following the first link down below in the description box, and I hope you took something of value from this review. If you did, please do consider hitting subscribe, clicking the bell, giving this video a thumbs up. It would really mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.